Hi guys, and welcome back to another Gab's cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out daily technical analysis like this. And before we start this video, I'm also giving a free Ethereum giveaway. So if hindi pa kayo nakapag-take part sa ating giveaway, you can find this form in the description down below. So if you want to join, sali lang kayo guys. You just have to follow some of these criterias and then I will be drawing the winner this July 30. So malapit na siya. So if hindi pa kayo nakasali, sali na kayo guys. So now let's dive into the Bitcoin price. So previously, for the Bitcoin price, ang sinabi natin is meron tayong passive pump and of course, we are expecting some consolidation between the 37 and 39k. So like right now, we are seeing that happening exactly as predicted. So right now, we are playing off from this level. So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na after a massive pump, kailangan niya at some point ng cool-off phase or somehow ng correction. And look at that. Right now, we got that correction happening. So this is what we have been waiting for na correction which we mentioned yesterday sa ating video. So kasi it's very impossible to sustain a massive pump like this. So that's why we were expecting some consolidation somehow at that area. And yeah, we indeed got that consolidation. And in fact, if you're going to look at this in the smaller time frame, let's look at the smaller time frame, you would actually see some bearish divergences forming previously last night. So medyo madaling araw na to actually, so hindi ko na to nakita. But yeah, there was a bearish divergence forming last night around, siguro nasa 4 a.m. na to eh, so sobrang madaling araw na siya. But look at this, we have a declining RSI and then increasing price. So that's why we saw a dump to the downside. That's why it's a bearish divergence. Pero right now, ano ba yung next move kay Bitcoin? So, for the Bitcoin price, as you can see, in the MACD, we are actually starting to form some bullish cross, indicating na we are getting some momentum to go to the upside. So, yun, for the short term, we are getting some momentum. But, if you're going to look at this early time frame, wala pa siyang divergence. However, meron din siyang hidden bullish divergence. And to spot a hidden bullish divergence, you just have to look one smaller time frame, one to the next smaller time frame. So in this case, we are looking at the hourly. So let's look at the 15-minute time frame. So if you're going to look at this in the 15-minute time frame, you would actually see na we have this declining price. So yeah, a declining price. And then we have an increasing RSI. So ito RSI increasing. So this would mean that we are going to get a trend reversal to the upside. So look at that. After declining from this bearish divergence, we now got this bullish divergence forming the 15-minute time frame for the very short term. So yeah, expect some bounces off from this area. And then, however, since this is a small bullish divergence, you should now be expecting some resistance, however, at this area, which is around this red line of 100 moving average in the 15-minute time frame. So, kasi since maliit lang yung bullish divergence natin, nasa ano siya, smaller time frame, the more na mas maliit ang ating bullish divergence, the more na mas maliit ang ating trend reversal. So, that's why we are seeing this movement and possibly na baka ma-reject tayo dito sa 100 moving average. But if you're going to look at this in the early time frame, you would see 920 moving average is also the same resistance that we are seeing at the 15-minute time frame. So, look at this. Right now, we are getting off some resistance dito sa ating 20 moving average in the Bitcoin short term. And yeah, this would mean na somehow this might get some resistance and get rejected back to the 50 moving average in the early. But yeah, I think this is a good place kasi look at this. If somehow magkaroon tayo ng rejection dyan and then let's say nagkaroon siya ng bounce from the 50 moving average, we are actually getting higher lows. So higher lows is actually a bullish move for the Bitcoin price. So the more na tumataas yung ating lower lows, the more na tumataas yung ating higher lows, the more na mas magiging okay ang ating movement. So right now, Bitcoin must break this 20 moving average or else it will more likely decline to the 50 moving average. And yeah, take note of this din guys. Ito din ang sinasabi ko sa inyo na ito yung magandang mangyari dito kay Bitcoin price, which is a consolidating Bitcoin. So, remember, yung lagi ko sinasabi sa inyo, whenever Bitcoin is consolidating, that is the window area for altcoins. So, with that being said, we will dive into different altcoins later. Ano yung mga altcoins na nagpo-pump because of this Bitcoin consolidation. Kasi nga, Bitcoin is king, and of course, altcoins are dependent on the price of Bitcoin. So, if Bitcoin is not receiving all-time highs and it's not getting the most attention, then we would see na altcoins pump in this period. So, yeah, this is Bitcoin for the shorter time frame. Now, let's look for somehow in the midterm. So, let's select the 4-hour time frame. So, for the 4-hour time frame, ito yung ating indicator na ating tinitingnan. Right now, hindi na tayo overbought. So, pwede tayo actually mag-start mag-pump anytime soon. However, yun nga, yung ating 20 moving average ay malayo pa din. So, kailangan at some point, kailangan niya magkaroon ng consolidation or ma-chase man lang yung 20 moving average. So, right now, I'm currently not expecting Bitcoin to break this 40k level pa. Right now, I believe the Bitcoin is more likely going to consolidate within this area for the 20 moving average in the 4-hour time frame to catch up. But this is actually still good news kasi remember, this window area will be a massive movement for altcoins kasi ito yung window area natin na sinasabi for altcoins, 'di ba? So yeah, now since this is the 4-hour time frame, now let's look at the more bigger time frame, which is this daily time frame. And look at this, we actually got this exact rejection at this previous high, which is yung noon June, no nagkaroon tayo ng biglang pump and then we were actually rejected. Though, week pa lang yung nakikita natin yung sa rejection na yan. So, this can still go up pa din within this level in the following days. So, let's say Bitcoin consolidates at this area for the following days up until the end of the month. Then, this would more likely still go up pa din for the Bitcoin price in the daily time frame. So, either way, this is still a good move for the Bitcoin price. So, now, this is Bitcoin. So, let's move into altcoins naman since we're going to analyze different altcoins. And before that, let's look into the Bitcoin dominance. So for the Bitcoin dominance, we were actually following this rising wedge. So in the rising wedge, this is more likely a bearish pattern. Kasi as you all know, guys, if a rising wedge breaks down, it will actually be a bearish movement. In this case, this will be an altcoin season movement. Remember na a declining Bitcoin dominance would be a pump for altcoins. So right now, though yesterday nagpump si dominance, right now we are actually starting to get some decline. So let's look into the early time frame. Kasi kung titingnan mo si early time frame, we are now actually starting to get some decline in this Bitcoin dominance. So ito yung mga ganda mangyari dapat. So the more na nagde-decline si Bitcoin dominance, dito magpa-pump yung mga altcoins natin. So now let's look into altcoins ngayon with this movement. So for altcoins, let's look first at BNB. So for the bigger time frame, long-term BNB, binigay ko to sa inyong signal kahapon na meron tayong BNB breaking out from this descending triangle. And right now, as you can see, we are playing this exactly as predicted. And look at that, we actually get a rejection exactly at this $325 area. So ano ba yung next level nito? So right now, kailangan niya muna ma-break yung $325 area. And pag na-break natin yung $325, then that's where we're going to see a movement within the 325 and 372 US dollars. So yeah, that's a level to watch out for BNB. But in the short term, of course, dependent pa din kay Bitcoin. But yeah, as you can see, in the short term, we actually got some rejection dito sa ating 325 level. So ayun nga, na-rejection dyan exactly as what we have been expecting. And right now, we are actually pumping for BNB. Of course, kasi the Bitcoin dominance is currently declining. So, let's try to draw some chart dito. So, as you can see, we are getting some support at BNB. And then, let's see if meron tayong somehow a rising channel dito. So, yeah, we actually have a rising channel for BNB. So this would mean this is actually a swing tradable opportunity for BNB. What you can do actually in this type of movement is you could actually swing trade into your position from the bottom, and then you could actually play from this movement. So pump dump area yan. So pwede ka dyan mag-play around for BNB and swing trade this opportunity. So this is a swing tradable nga. So I believe na we can still go higher pa for BNB as long as the Bitcoin dominance is currently declining and Bitcoin is consolidating. So as long as we are in this area, BNB can still pump pa. So yeah, a good level to watch out for BNB. Now let's look into Ethereum. So for Ethereum, nagkaroon tayo ng double bottom. So double bottom pattern is actually a bullish pattern at trend reversal pattern to the upside. And actually, ang nangyari is, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection dito sa ating neckline. But yeah, if you're going to look at the daily time frame, hindi pa tayo actually confirm sa kanyang move. So kailangan natin siya abangan pa in order to confirm yung breakout for this Ethereum price action. So for this Ethereum price action, Ethereum must break this neckline, this 2,300 level. So $2,300 is the level to break out for Ethereum. And then after that, if the break natin yan, then that's where we're going to see a resistance next in the 2.450 level. So $2,450 level for Ethereum. And then next is the 2,579 level for Ethereum. But the technical target for Ethereum is actually the 2,834. So yeah, that's the level to watch out for Ethereum. And yeah, right now we are pumping for the short term. Let's look at the very short term naman. So for the very short term, I believe na at some point, I think this is also going to be another rising channel. So a rising channel, if of course, is a swing tradable area. So you could swing trade your way in from this movement for Ethereum. So yeah, yun yung pwede nyo gawin kay Ethereum. So right now, we are actually playing at that area. And kung gusto nyo pa kailangan nyo pa ng tulong dyan, of course, you can always rely on the moving average. Kasi kung titingnan mo to, whenever Ethereum is above the moving average, that's a good selling opportunity. But if we are below the 20 moving average, that's a good buying opportunity. So you could actually swing trade this position by buying at those levels below the 20 moving average. So ayan o, pwede ka dyan mag-buy in and then you would sell at every time na you are going above the 20 moving average. So yeah, that's definitely a swing tradable position. But for now, let's expect for Ethereum to wait for this movement to play out na ma-break yung kanya neckline in order to confirm this bullish move for Ethereum. Now let's move on into Cardano. So for Cardano, we are actually following this falling wedge. And look at this beautiful falling wedge, guys. So traditionally, a falling wedge is a bullish pattern to the upside. So right now, we are playing that exactly as predicted dito. And right now, we are breaking out. And we are actually starting to get some volume dito kay Cardano. So if you're going to look at this closely, you would see na we are actually breaking and starting to have some volume with Cardano. So yeah, that's a level to watch out for Cardano. And ano ba yung target actions natin dito kay Cardano? So for Cardano, ang levels to watch out for is of course this level of around 1.39 US dollars. Next is the 1.45 US dollars. And then 1.58 and 1.84 US dollars. So ang technical target talaga natin for Cardano is actually this top of the wedge. So the 1.84 is our technical target, but we can target the $2 area if you are going to be a risk, if you're going to have more risk dito sa ating area na to. But yeah, Ethereum, Cardano could still more likely go up at this area. And so far, I believe we are still healthy for Cardano. And if you're going to look for the short term, we were actually rejected exactly by the 1.39 level. So let's look at this. So right now, Cardano is in this bullish action. And we can now actually start to see some rising channel playing out for Cardano price action. So in this case, this is now a swing tradable opportunity for Cardano. So right now, what you can see is we are having this support and resistances. So in this case, you can actually swing trade Cardano by buying off from these levels. So in mga levels na yan, pwede ka dyan mag-buy. And then you would sell at those areas. So this would mean you could actually play out Cardano by playing out from this rising channel. So yeah, swing tradable opportunity din yan. So pwede nyo siya i-take into consideration din sa inyo, guys, if you want to swing trade Cardano. But yeah, for the midterm, ang target natin is around the 1.84 US dollars pa din. And yeah, that's Cardano for the short term. And let's now look into SLP. I believe most of you are waiting for SLP. So for SLP naman, we are now actually starting to form this symmetric triangle. So you can see na meron tayong somehow a movement. We can actually play out with this area. So ang ating level na to watch out for is actually the 100 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. So you would see na the 100 moving average is playing between the symmetric triangle. So this would mean na SLP would more likely consolidate pa further for the next few days pa. So if I were you, I would expect SLP to consolidate pa. And of course, this would be a good area to enter SLP na for me kasi this is a good consolidation area. So if this plays out, then this would mean we are actually going to see a massive move for SLP. So in this case, let's form a target for this. So if this in this target, let's try to get our foreseeable target for SLP. So if it breaks to the upside, then we can see SLP go up until the 45 cents area or 40.45 US dollars. So yeah, now that's our target for SLP for the bullish target. Now for the bearish target, if this breaks down, which I don't think I don't think it's likely na mag-break down. It's highly unlikely not to break down kasi Bitcoin is now entering a bullish move na. Pero if this breaks down, then of course, this would be our bearish target. So, ito yung kailangan nyo tandaan guys. When entering into any altcoins, remember na you should follow Bitcoin first. So, as long as Bitcoin is consolidating, then we would be seeing healthy movements for altcoins like SLP. So, let's take a look at this. For the bearish scenario, if this breaks down to the downside for SLP, we are actually going to see some support first at the 24 cents area. So first support is 24 cents. The next support is the 19 cents area. Pero if hindi natin na-sustain yung 24 cents and 19 cents, then our lowest possible target for SLP would be the 14 cents area. So that's a level to watch out for now for SLP. And especially with this consolidation, this is now actually a good time for SLP to have some breakout anytime soon. Pero if you're going to look at this time frame, kasi medyo malaking time frame to, this is in the 4-hour time frame. So this is a massive move talaga for SLP. If you're going to look at this, you're actually going to see na SLP can still consolidate up until roughly August 6. So ganun katagal yung ating possible na consolidation dito. Not unless magkaroon tayo ng breakout from this symmetric triangle. So if na-break natin yung symmetric triangle, then that's we're going to see a pump. And as long as meron tayong buy volume. So remember, buy volume ang kailangan dito. So if nagkaroon ng breakout, kailangan ng massive green candle dito. So pag nagkaroon siya ng breakout dito, dapat magkaroon ng green candle sa ating volume in order to confirm na magpo-pump na yung ating movement dito for SLP. So yeah, that's for SLP in the short term and especially for the mid-term kasi napakalaking movement to. 45 cents is the target for bullish scenario, and then bearish scenario is the 14 cents. Let's also take note the resistance for SLP. So major resistance to watch out for is first foremost is the 34 cents. You would actually see na SLP was rejected twice by the 34 cents area, which is the Fibonacci level. SLP was also supported naman nung nag-breakdown siya. It was supported heavily by this Fibonacci level. Same Fibonacci level then of 24 cents area. So right now, the Fibonacci retracement tool is playing a good, it's actually giving us a pretty good analysis for SLP. So ayan no, we are actually getting bounces off from those area within the Fibonacci levels. Okay, that's SLP. Now let's move into Axie Infinity token. So for Axie Infinity token, let's restart this chart. So for SLP, nagkaroon tayo actually ng bounces from the moving averages. So let's look at the bigger time frame. So for SLP, you would actually see na for Axie Infinity, nagkaroon tayo ng bounces off from this 100 moving average in the 4-hour time frame for the midterm. So that's why we were able to see a massive pump for SLP. But if you're going to look at this in the daily time frame, you would actually see that the Fibonacci levels are playing exactly as predicted dito. So, you would see na we are getting some rejections this at this 26 US dollar area. So, rejection and then support dito sa ating $17 area. And then right now we broke to the upside, and then so yun nga, nagkaroon ng breakout, and look at this. Fibonacci resistance is currently 41 US dollars. However, na-break na natin siya. So initially, ito yung Fibonacci retracement natin. And then look at this beautiful support for SLP, for Axie Infinity. Now, what's next for Axie Infinity? Now, buksan natin yung early time frame. And then, let's plot another Fibonacci. Kasi I believe this is already a good area for another Fibonacci. So, let's get a Fibonacci retracement tool and then plot natin siya. So, let's draw this Fibonacci. And then, you would actually see, now we are starting to form another resistance for Axie Infinity. So, this would mean we are now seeing new targets for Axie Infinity token. So, right now, we actually have a major resistance for Axie Infinity token. So, this is now the major resistance, which is the that's around $52, $53 area. So, $52, $53 area is a level to watch out for Axie Infinity. However, if we are still getting rejected by this area, 52 to 53 US dollars, then I believe Axie Infinity can go down and play around between the 37 and the 50 US dollar area, 52 US dollar. So, for Axie Infinity, what you are going to watch out for is this levels between the 38 US dollars and the 52 to 53 dollar level. Pero ano ba yung foreseeable target natin for Axie Infinity token? So, if ever na break natin si 52 or 53 US dollar, then we could expect a $68 Axie Infinity within this vicinity. So, $67 is our technical target for SLP if we break the $52 level. So, ayan guys, this is a good opportunity for Axie Infinity if ever na ma-break natin itong $53 level. So, is this a parabolic run? I don't think so. Hindi pa siya parabolic. Kasi if you're going to look, ito na, actually naka-log scale na ako. So, ito log scale, and then reset chart natin. Zoom out natin siya. This is not yet a parabolic pump. So, I believe na Axie Infinity can still go up. However, this can still get some correction within some areas, such as for daily time frame. Hindi pa siya parabolic kung tutuusin. So, we can get some rejection at some areas within this 100 moving average for the daily time frame, or somehow in the 4-hour time frame within the 200 moving average. So, ayan. So, the reason why we are seeing pump for Axie Infinity, of course, consolidating si Bitcoin, and of course, meron din tayong declining Bitcoin dominance. Pero on top of that, we are now above the bull market support band for the Axie Infinity token. Kasi look at this. In historical data, si Axie Infinity will only pump if we are above the 200 moving average. And of course, it will decline if we are below the 200 moving average. So, may mga areas tayo na below the 200 moving average, which indicates na bearish si Axie Infinity. Pero right now, we are above the 200. So, since we are above the 200, we are going to expect major pumps for Axie Infinity. However, take note, if you're going to look at historical data, let's look back in time for Axie Infinity. Wait, ano to? So, for Axie Infinity, if you're going to look back in time, the 100 moving average will act as a support, and it's at some point kailangan niya mag-pull back at the 100 moving average from time to time. So, Axie Infinity is getting off some bounces off from this 100 moving average, and then right now what we should be expecting is somehow a consolidation around this area. Kasi look at this, the 100 moving average for Axie Infinity is very far off na ngayon. So, at some point, you might actually see some consolidation for Axie Infinity. After, siguro itong Fibonacci level na yan, yung 618 na yan, baka dyan tayo magkaroon ng consolidation dito kay Axie Infinity. Pero, a consolidation with that area is actually pretty good pa din regardless. Kasi, remember na, the more na nagkakatch up tayo sa moving averages, then, makakuha tayo ng momentum to pump higher pa for Axie Infinity. So yeah, ayun for Axie Infinity, let's go back to the smaller time frame. So for Axie Infinity, as previously mentioned, $52 is an area to watch out for. Kailangan niya ma-break yung $52 area. If hindi natin na-break, magka-consolidate siya between the 52 and the $38 area. Pero if na-break natin siya, then our next target for Axie Infinity is the $67 level for Axie Infinity. So ayun, so that's a level to watch out for Axie Infinity. So ayun guys, if you want to support the channel, you can actually leave some donation dito. There's actually a $sign down below. So if you want to drop some donation, you can actually click the $sign. If you also want to join our free Ethereum giveaway, you can actually find this form in the description down below. You just have to follow some of these criterias. And yeah, so that's Bitcoin. And then after nitong last update, we are going to look into different coins for yung mga different coins na inyong sinasuggest. So let's take a quick look naman sa Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve. Just one last look. The reason why we are getting bounce from the Bitcoin price is because of this Fibonacci level of around $29,000. So this indicated na that was actually the bottom of the correction phase, which was this Fibonacci level. So there was an exact target dito pala all this time for the logarithmic growth curve. So ayun, nakakita tayo dyan ng exact bounce. And then right now, ang possible resistance natin is around the $38,000 area. So according to this chart, our major resistance na kailangan niya i-break is the 38.9K. Na kailangan niya mag-hold above that with a daily candle close para ma-confirm natin yung ating movement to the upside. So in this case, 38.9K is a level na to watch out for. So let's add that to our chart for the Bitcoin price. So 38.9K is gonna be a strong level to break na for the Bitcoin price. So let's add that in the Bitcoin price. Let's select daily. So yeah, ngayon ko pala siya ina-add kasi ngayon pala natin siya nakikita. As you all know, ginagawa ko to ngayon live. So let's add 38.9K as a next resistance to watch out for. Pero as long as Bitcoin is consolidating within this area, within this 50-day moving average, this area, itong area na to, as long as Bitcoin is consolidating in this area, altcoins will continue their pump in their respective areas. So Axie Infinity is still playing out pa din. So 52, yun nga, 52 is a level to watch out for. Now let's look into the following altcoins. I'm currently seeing VeChain. Sige, so let's look at VeChain. So let's look at VET. So I believe the whole crypto market is currently performing well as long as the Bitcoin dominance is declining. Pero yeah, so right now for VeChain in the early, we are actually going to see this is a good movement for VeChain na ngayon kasi we are above the 200 moving average. So this would indicate na we are going to see more pumps and pretty bullish tayo for VeChain kung tutuusin. So what you should now be expecting is, of course, right now we are going to expect some pump for VeChain. And since we are seeing this good level na, I believe na mas okay na tong level na to for Fibonacci. So let's add a Fibonacci for the bigger time frame. So right now, nag-bottom out na tayo kay VeChain. So we can now start to see a pump for VeChain. So plot tayo ng Fibonacci retracement. So right now, ang first target natin for VeChain is the 10 cents area. So draw tayo ng resistance, resistance dito. So ayan, resistance, 10 cents area is the next level to watch out for VeChain. However, kailangan niya mo muna ma-break ang 8 cents. So for VeChain, kailangan niya ma-break yung 8 cents. And then if na-break natin sa 8 cents, then we would be seeing VeChain pump up to the 10 cents area. So that's roughly around 29% pump for VeChain. So yeah, that's a healthy movement for VeChain. Right now, hindi din tayo overbought. So, possible pa din na mag-pump palalo si VeChain. And if you're going to look closely at the moving averages, sabi nat tandaan nyo, in order to flip bullish for VeChain, kailangan natin magstay above the 200 moving average. Kasi if history is an indication, we are in a bull market for VeChain if we are above the 200 moving average. So, look at this. The best buying points are the areas below the 200 moving average. So, if nagbabuy ka ng VeChain during this area, itong period na to, itong dump na to, yung area na yan, then I believe na you're actually in a good place for VeChain. So, kasi ito, tinan mo, every time now we are above the 200 moving average, VeChain would pump historically above, if we are above the 200 moving average. So, right now, we are starting to pump. So, I believe this is a good time to enter VeChain for the long term, mid-term, short-term, actually lahat. So, this is actually now a good time to enter VeChain talaga. So, of course, our mid-term target is the previous all-time high, which is the 27 cents area. Pero, ano ba yung maximum price prediction natin for VeChain? Actually, it's the $1 area ang pinaka-maximum pump natin for VeChain. So, this is a very healthy retracement for VeChain. So, yeah, this can still go up pa. May nakita ko, Axie now is now at $52 US. Yeah, it's about to enter na. So, yeah, strong. This is now a good area to watch out for Axie Infinity. So, pag na-break niya to, then Axie Infinity must sustain a level between the $52 and $67 US. But let's go back to VeChain. So, for VeChain, ayan, this is a pretty healthy movement na for VeChain. And then, mag-set tayo ng short-term milestone for VeChain. So, 8 cents yung short-term target. 8 cents. Next target is the 10 cents. And then the next target for VeChain is the 13 cents. So, yun yung ating kailangan i-watch out for VeChain. And then, yeah. So far, so good kay VeChain. Healthy ang movement natin. And we are above the 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame, which indicates na we are in a bull market na for VeChain. Now, ano yung mga iba nyo pang suggestion? Solano, sige. Let's look at Solano then. So, for Sol. So guys, if you want to support the channel, you can actually leave some donation at the dollar dito sa ating YouTube Super Chat. Meron dyan $sign down below. You could select that and drop some donation if you'd like to support the channel. But yeah. Now let's look at Solano. So for Solano, we are actually starting to form. Let's look at another bigger time frame. Yeah. I believe that we are starting to form a descending triangle. So let's plot this area. So actually, this is an imminent breakout for Solano. So if you're going to look at this, we are actually getting some resistance and then some support. So at some point in time, Solano is going to break out from this descending triangle. So this would mean we are going to see a movement for Solano within this area. Quite amount of time, pero ito yung technical target natin for Solano. So for Solano, let's look at this. So traditionally guys, ang descending triangle is a bearish pattern. So this more likely, in a traditional movement, this would more likely go down. Pero since if Bitcoin is in a bull market, Bitcoin is in a bull market. If we are in a bull market for Bitcoin, then descending triangles like this can be bullish. So in that case, ano ba yung bullish pattern natin? So ang bullish pattern natin for Solano is actually, dito lagyan natin sa possible point of breakout. Then ang ating possible target for Solano is the 54 cents area. So right now, 54 cents ang ating target for Solano for the long term. However, look at this. Hindi pa tayo bullish kay Solano kasi yun nga, ang ating indication palagi para masabi na bullish na tayo is the 200 moving average. So look at this. Even in Solano, the 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame would determine the bull market. So every time na we are below the 200 moving average, we are not yet in a bull market. Pero if na-break natin siya, then that's where we're going to see a bull market. So nagkaroon at first nagkaroon tayo ng possible area. Pero itong time kasi na to, this was during a Bitcoin consolidation noong accumulation phase ni Bitcoin na 1 year halos. Pero nung na-break natin si 200 moving average, doon tayo nag-pump for Solano. As you can see, the more na nag-enter tayo, the more na nire-retest natin yung 200 moving average, doon tayo more likely magpa-pump. And if na-break natin yung 200 moving average, then that's where we are going to see a pump for Solano. So, right now, for Solano, we are actually seeing an imminent breakout for Solano. Kasi, look at this. Though we are still below the 200 moving average. So, this is not yet bullish pa. Hindi pa siya bullish. Pero if na-break natin itong resistance na to and na-break natin yung 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame, then we're going to see Solano pump. Let's look at the different resistance yung mga, para mag-set tayo ng milestone. So, our first target for Solano is actually the $32 area. If na-break natin yung $32 area, then we're going to look at the next target, which is the $37 area. If na-break natin yung 37, then $43 area. So, right now, ang target natin for Solano is, first, kailangan niya ma-break yung 200 moving average. If na-break natin siya, $32 is the next target. Next is the 37. Next is 43. And lastly is the $54. Now, in order to confirm this move, this must have a daily candle close above this triangle. So, kahit abangan nyo pa yan gumalaw, kahit abutin nyo yung short term yan, abangan nyo yung short term, in daily time frame ang mahalaga dito. Kailangan niya mag-close ng may daily candle close with volume above. Kasi tingnan mo, noong time na nag-breakout siya dito, walang volume, walang buy volume. Kaya nagkaroon siya ng fake out. So ngayon, ang kailangan mangyari is kailangan niya ng breakout and then kailangan niya ng buy volume, kailangan ng green candle in order to confirm this move. By the way, shoutout kay John Jerick Rostata for the donation. Thanks for the donation. Laking tulong and I hope na nakatulong to sa inyo. And ikaw pa rin nag-request ng Solano. Pero, so ayan yung Solano. And yeah, so right now for Solano is we are getting this move, good move na if we break the 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, that's Solano and looking good for Solano. If holder ka nito, then I believe na you are in a good time to enter kasi we are below the 200 moving average and historically, yun nga, 200 moving average, if we are below the 200 moving average, that's the best time to enter. So now, let's look at other coins naman. So, XVS. Sige, let's look at XVS. So, for XVS, let's look at this 4-hour time frame chart. So, actually, pinlot natin siya. So, for XVS, yun nga, same goes with other coins. 200 moving average would determine a bull market. And right now, we are above this 200 moving average. So, right now, we are in a bull market for XVS. And we have now actually bottomed out for XVS. And now, let's plot a Fibonacci retracement dito since nag-bottom out na tayo. And then, let's plot this Fibonacci retracement up to the bottom. So, actually, malaki-laki po yung pwedeng iangat ni XVS kung tutuusin up until the $44 area kasi we are way below pa for this movement. And since kaka-start niya pala mag-breakout, I believe na XVS might consolidate pa further within this area. Kasi if you're going to look at other moving averages, malayo pa yung moving averages natin, no? Kailangan niya pa mag-catch up in order to continue this movement. So I believe XVS may consolidate in this area for some time. And yeah, may resistance ba tayo dyan? Actually, meron. So, let's plot a resistance dito. Horizontal line. So, actually, $28 is a resistance area. So, if na-break natin si $28, then our next target would be the $32 area. So, right now, if hindi natin ma-break si $28 area, then I believe XVS would consolidate between this $22 area and $26 area. So, that's a good area to play and swing trade for XVS. Not unless na ma-break natin yung $28 area. If na-break natin siya, $32 area is the next target. And then if na-break natin yan, then of course, the next target is the $44 area. So yeah, that's for XVS. May pattern ba na nagpo-form? Let's see kung may pattern. So actually, XVS was playing from a falling channel. So the reason for the breakout was XVS has broken out from this falling channel. So, ang technical target for this falling channel would actually be the top of the channel, which is this level of $41 area. So, kung susundin natin itong pattern, then our technical target is roughly $41 technically for this movement. So, if I were you, kung gusto nyo ngayon ng target for the midterm for XVS, then yeah, $41 is the next target to watch out for. Now, let's look at Matic naman. Sige, may nag-suggest ng Matic. So, ayun guys, if you want to join our free Ethereum giveaway, meron tayong free Ethereum giveaway. You can find this form in the description down below. So, if you want to join our free Ethereum giveaway, sali lang kayo guys. I will be picking the winner at July 30. So, sali lang kayo if you want to be a part of this giveaway. And yeah, if gusto nyo makita yung mga iba't ibang signals natin, meron din actually tayong Discord server. Yung mga iba't ibang admins natin nag-share ng kanilang mga charts on different altcoins. Meron tayong TLM, EAPS, Matic. Meron din sila dito, sinashare nila SLP, Alice. So, pwede nyo actually sabayin yung kanilang mga swing trading opportunities sa ating Discord server. So, if you want to be a part of our Discord server, you can find this link in the description down below. So, sali lang kayo guys if gusto nyo. And pwede din kayo mag-ask regarding anything. So, I know, you could actually chat with the community. You can actually share your gains. Kung may nanalo kayo, pwede nyo i-share dyan. And if meron kayo other investment that you would like to share, like stock market or forex trading, you could actually join this Discord group. So now, let's go back to Matic naman. So, previously for Matic, I believe ang dami nating analysis dito. So, let's reset this analysis. And yeah, so for Matic, let's look at the 4-hour time frame and 200 moving average. So right now for Matic, we are about to flip bullish for Matic. Kasi yun nga, 200 moving average is also a crucial area. So ayan, every time na we are above the 200 moving average, then that would be bullish for Matic. So right now, Matic should either sustain this movement above the 200 moving average or somehow na mag-consolidate dito above the 200 moving average. So, for Matic, let's look at this. I believe sa early time frame, meron tayong falling channel dyan. So, for the early time frame, let's plot this support for Matic. And then, this is actually a very long descending channel for Matic. So, right now, we are actually breaking out from this falling channel. And then, yeah, in the 4-hour time frame, you would actually see na we are actually breaking out from this falling channel. So, right now, ang technical target talaga ng falling channel natin sa ganitong movement is this top of the channel, which is the $2 area. So, let's plot this target. $2 area ang ating technical target for this falling channel. So, yeah, yun yung long-term target. However, in order to manage na makapag-pump tayo to that $2 area, $2.4 area actually, 2.37, we need to sustain this 200 moving average. And right now, we need to watch out for this movement kasi meron tayong resistance na nagpo-form between the $1.03 area. So that's a resistance na kailangan niya ma-break in order to flip bullish, and kailangan niya ma-hold above this area. And then if na-break natin si 1.03, then $2.14 will be our next target for Matic. And then ang next target natin dyan would actually be the $1.67. So right now for Matic, ang dami nating pwedeng makitang milestone kasi we are about to flip bullish for Matic. So once na mag-hold tayo dito above this line, above this moving average, then we are very bullish na for Matic again, once again. So alam ko marami nag-aabang sa'yo ng kanyang bullish price action. So this now would be the time for Matic to go up. So kung i-compare mo siya sa VeChain, mas bullish actually si VeChain ngayon. Pero if you want to enter talaga sa isang coin, I believe Matic is currently at a good level to enter kasi we are actually about to start the bull market pa lang. So hindi pa siya nag-start yung bull market ni Matic. So good time to enter for me para kay Matic sa ngayon. And yeah, so our milestone for Matic as mentioned is the 1.03 level, $1.21 level, and 1.67, but our technical target is actually the $2.4 area. So yeah, that's for Matic. Sige, quick update tayo kay SLP. So for SLP, yun nga, nagkakaroon tayo ng rejection. Sabi ko sa inyo, yung moving average is mahalaga. Ayun o, nagkakaroon ng rejection. And look at that Fibonacci level playing out that resistance exactly. So yeah, medyo matagal-tagal pa tong consolidation ni SLP. So yeah, this is a good time to enter SLP, to be honest. Kung ako natatanungin nyo dyan, SLP is right now consolidating, and this accumulation is now going to give us a movement up to the 45 cents if nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. And take note, mahaba-haba itong consolidation. Aabutin siguro tayo ng August 6, ganun katagal kung i-play out natin itong symmetric triangle. So, yeah, medyo matagal-tagal pa to for SLP. Now, let's look at Polkadot naman. Sige. So, let's look at DOT. So Polkadot is actually, I believe, top 8, top 7 market cap coin. Let's look at the 200 moving average. Right now, hindi pa tayo bullish for Polkadot. And yeah, we are still above this. Pero let's look at the daily time frame. Remove lang natin itong Fibonacci na previous. We are actually starting to form a falling wedge. Actually, falling wedge siya. Let's see kung nag-breakout siya. Yeah, actually nag-breakout na yung falling wedge. So this would mean na ang technical target na natin for Polkadot is around the $26 area. So right now, ang level to watch out for Polkadot is $26 area. Pero you need to take note of these resistances. Let's look in the 4-hour time frame. So for Polkadot, ang next target natin is actually the 14 cents. So 14 cents ang kailangan niya ma-break. $14 area, kailangan niya ma-break. If na-break si $14 area, then $16.87 is the next target. And then if na-break natin si $16, then our next target would be the $20 area. So right now, ang kailangan nyo abangan for Polkadot is the $14. Kailangan niya ma-break yan and sustain. And if na-break natin yan, kailangan niya mag-hold above the 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. And then after that, ang kailangan na mangyari is kailangan niya ma-break si $16 area, $16, $20, and $26 area. So yun yung milestone na kailangan nyo i-check out for Polkadot, as this will affect the whole crypto market for the whole movement for Polkadot in the long term. So yeah, yun yung for Polkadot. Let's take a quick look naman kay Bitcoin ulit. So look at that. We're actually playing this consolidation beautifully around this area. So ayun no, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na the moving average will play a key role and expect na magka-consolidate si Bitcoin between this $36 area. So we are playing this exactly as predicted, guys. So far so good tayo for Bitcoin. We are actually getting the moves correctly so far. And I believe na maganda-ganda pa movement. And yun nga, this came off after this bullish divergence in the 15-minute time frame. So yeah, right now we are pumping exactly as predicted dito. And look at this. Ethereum is also pumping from this rising channel. Ascending or rising channel, kung ano man yung tawagin nyo. But yeah, expect some resistance at this area around the $2,300 area. Let's take a look naman for Cardano. Let's check naman yung update niya. Yeah, so far so good din for Cardano. We are still playing above. We are still playing within this short-term or mid-term ascending channel. Same goes with Ethereum. So far lahat sila ay so good. Looking good. And yeah, let's see for other suggestions. So guys, if you want to support the channel, you can actually leave some donation dito at the dollar sign down below sa YouTube Super Chat. So kung gusto niyo lang i-support yung channel, you can donate if you'd like. So yeah, now let's take a quick look naman for BNB. Update naman for BNB. We're still pumping 315 within this rising channel. Axie Infinity, yun nga, sinasabi ko sa inyo. Strong resistance itong $52 area level. So ayun, nag-hold off tayo din sa area na yan. So ayun, Fibonacci level is playing out exactly dito kay Axie Infinity token. SLP, yeah, same din. Pretty much the same. VeChain actually is a pretty good coin ngayon. So, I believe na malaking opportunity ngayon kay VeChain. Thoughts nyo po sa Binamon? Actually, hindi ko pa narinig si Binamon eh. Hindi ko pa siya nakikita. So, Psycho Chat siguro i-check mamaya. So yeah, right now we are seeing healthy movements for almost all altcoins. Let's look naman at the Bitcoin dominance. Tingnan natin yung update. Ang ganda na actually ng movement natin for the Bitcoin price dito sa daily time frame mo. So, ang technical target talaga nitong falling channel is this $40,000 area. So, yeah, somehow expect Bitcoin na magkaroon ng resistance at the $40 area, $40,000 area ulit. So, BTCD. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. Saan pala si Binamon naka-list? Para tingnan natin si Binamon if ever. So right now, dominance is still declining. So, good to for the short term. I know, the dominance is currently declining. So, this would mean magpapump yung mga altcoins natin. So, yeah, this is a good sign somehow. So, yeah, ayun na, nagde-decline tayo kay Axie Infinity dahil nga sa resistance ng $52 area. So, ayun. So, this would more likely play around the 38 US dollar. So, good re-entry siguro itong 200 moving average kay early time frame. So, yeah, that's a level to watch out for Axie Infinity. DPET. Sige, let's look at DPET. So, DPET actually is MXC exchange, diba? So, let's look at DPET. So, for DPET, let's change this lang. Change natin yung chart niya. So, for DPET, let's look at the 4-hour time frame. So right now for DPET, possible pa din siya mag-pump kung tuusin kasi masyado pong maaga for DPET. I believe na ang ating initial target right now for DPET is around $9 area. So yeah, $9 area is now the level na kailangan nyo i-watch out for DPET. Yeah, we can still pump to the $9 area for DPET. And then, since kaka-break lang natin actually, ang 100 moving average, so expect DPET to pump up until the $9 area or $10 area for DPET. And yeah, let's look at RSI niya. Let's add an indicator. I'm not sure kung paano si MXC. Actually, hindi ko makita. So, hindi natin actually currently ma-check yung RSI niya. But yeah, if DPET is going to pump, this can either be a dead cat bounce or pwede siya maging dead cat bounce or ito. Pwede siya maging dead cat bounce kung na-reject tayo dyan sa area na yan. Or kailangan niya ngayon ma-break actually. Ang kailangan ma-break ni DPET is the 8.6 US dollar area. Kasi kung di natin na-break yan, this would more likely say na it's time for a correction if na-decline tayo na 8.6 area. Pero if let's say nag-pump tayo to the upside pa din for DPET, so let's say nag-continue yung pump niya, if na-break natin si $8.6 level, 8.7 US dollar level, then I would think na DPET can more likely go up until this $9 area, 9.8 or 10. So, ang levels to watch out for DPET is kailangan niya ma-break si 8.7, and if na-break natin si 8.7, then 9.89 or roughly $10 is the next target for DPET. Thanks Sinigang for the donation. Thanks for checking Matic po. And yeah, so let's go back dito. Bitcoin is right now at a 38,000 US dollar level. I believe na kaya niya pa ito mag-pump up until 39,000 level. Tingnan mo, wala pa tayong bearish signals for Bitcoin in the 15-minute time frame. For the hourly, wala pa tayong bearish signals. Actually, bullish indicator, puro bullish yung signals natin for Bitcoin in the hourly. So, this would mean na we are going to see pumps for altcoins. Generally, yung mga top 10 market cap coins, dun tayo makita ng pump more likely. Pero ang kailangan mangyari is dapat mag-decline yung Bitcoin dominance. Dapat mag-decline yung dominance habang nagpa-pump si Bitcoin. So right now, so far, nagde-decline siya. So good pa naman yun. And just like what I've been telling you, itong window area na to, ang kailangan, itong window area, ang mahalaga para magkaroon ng pump for altcoins. So as long as Bitcoin is playing within this area, then I would think na makakita tayo ng pumps for altcoins. So for SLP, yeah, as what I've been mentioning, SLP, you can actually go back to the start of this video, makita mo yung buong analysis natin for SLP. So you could check that, you could check the whole analysis for SLP. Would actually now, we are actually inside this symmetric triangle. So let's remove the drawings first. For SLP, we are actually playing off from this symmetric triangle, and SLP will more likely consolidate within this triangle for quite of time. Siguro ang maximum, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, ang maximum consolidation time niya is for this is around August 6. So yeah, this is a good time to enter SLP if you're going to accumulate SLP. So kung mag-breed ka ngayon, I think this is a good time to breed and enter Axie Infinity kung tutuusin. Kasi yun yung magandang window area for Axie Infinity to get in. Ngayon, alam ko marami ako sa inyo nakita na daming FUD ngayon sa sa Axie and SLP. So, remember, the more na mas maraming FUD, doon kayo dapat nag-enter. So, right now, good time to enter siya. Tingin nyo ba may nagmamanipulate ng SLP market ngayon? No, wala. Sabi ko sa inyo, dependent lang siya sa price ni Bitcoin. And pag tumataas si Bitcoin dominance, ito yung lagi ko sinasabi sa inyo guys. Pag tumataas si dominance, pag tumataas si dominance, yung mga altcoins na wala sa top 10, they would more likely consolidate or get weaker. As expected, nangyari siya kay SLP, naging weak siya. Okay, ganun din nangyari kay Axie Infinity. Naging weak siya dito, We saw Axie Infinity become weak dito sa movement niya. But yeah, since nagkaroon tayo ng short-term dump kay Bitcoin dominance, nag-dump si Bitcoin dominance for the short term, we saw a pump for the Axie Infinity token. So nag-pump si Axie Infinity for the short term, si SLP. And then of course, nag-pump si Axie Infinity dito sa ating short-term price action. So this is why the Bitcoin dominance is very crucial. So if you think that there's market manipulation, I don't think so na there's market manipulation. I think if you're just going to look at the data alone, the data alone is saying na, yeah, the movement for SLP is pretty normal kung tutuusin. So yeah, so far, so good pa for SLP. So I expect SLP to play around this level pa for the next few days. And yeah, bullish target for SLP is 45 cents area. And yeah, kailangan niya ma-break din yung 34 cents in order to flip bullish for SLP. Xlm, sige. Let's look at Xlm. Sige, so this will be our last coin na check natin. Medyo lumalakas kasi ulan dito. So, actually, let's look at Xlm. Xlm is now pretty bullish na for the short term. Actually, this would indicate na start na ng bull run kasi we are above the 200 moving average. So, this would more likely now continue. Not unless, let's say, nag-dump bigla si Bitcoin. If nag-dump si Bitcoin tapos hindi na-sustain ni Xlm itong level na to, then I believe Xlm would dump pa. So, right now, Xlm must sustain the 200 moving average in order to flip and remain bullish. Actually, bullish na tayo kay Xlm kasi above the 200 moving average. So, you can see, whenever na we are above the 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame, that's where we can say na we are bullish for Xlm. So, we are bullish above. So, whenever na we are above this, then we are bullish for Xlm. So, right now we are bullish. Let's see kung may pattern. I don't think na may pattern to. So, wala tayong makukuha dyan actually. You could say na double bottom to. Pwedeng maging double bottom pero masyadong steep to para maging double bottom. So, I don't think na this is a double bottom exactly. But yeah, healthy yung movement ni Xlm. Technical targets. Set tayo ng technical targets for Xlm. So, for Xlm, ang technical target natin is kailangan niya muna ma-break sa 28 cents area. And if na-break natin sa 28 cents, then our next target would more likely be this area. Kasi meron dyan tayong strong support. This is now going to be a resistance, 35 cents area. So if na-break natin si 28 cents, then 35 cents would be our next target. Now, let's draw a Fibonacci kasi somehow this is already a good area na for Xlm. So for Xlm, let's draw a Fibonacci. And it's actually pretty much the same. 34 cents to 35 cents would be roughly the same resistance na kailangan niya ma-break din. So yeah, 35 cents ang kailangan niya ma-break. And then of course, 34.35 pag na-break natin sa 34.35, kailangan niya ma-sustain yung movement doon within this Fibonacci level. And pag na-sustain natin yon, then of course 42 cents would be our next target. Yeah, yun yung mga chinek natin na altcoins. So, with that being said, let's take a last quick look for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, we are actually consolidating within this 36 to 39,000 US dollar area. So exactly. And yeah, as we have mentioned in our previous video, ito pinakita ko sa inyo kahapon, I expect Bitcoin to consolidate between the 36 and 39,000 US dollar more often this following days in order to sustain a bullish move for Bitcoin. So, ay nasabi ko sa inyo, I believe na maglalaro lang siya dyan around this the following days. And look at this. We are playing that exactly as predicted dito. So, yeah. So far, so good tayo for Bitcoin and the whole crypto market. And as long as hindi natin ma-break itong red area, 36,000 US dollars is going to be a crucial area for the Bitcoin price. So, ngayon, this will now be acting as a support. Kasi if history is any indication, if you're going to look back in time dito, itong area na to, yan, we actually get support, though ito nag-breakdown, pero yan, ito naging first breakdown, second breakdown. Yung second na-confirm natin yung dump, so we now get resistance, so resisted. So right now, Bitcoin, this red area will now act as support for the Bitcoin price action. So yeah, that's a level to watch out for Bitcoin, and yeah. So Bitcoin is currently declining with this. Anyway, let's end the video now, and siguro next video isama ko yung BMON next live natin. So yeah, if you find this video informative and useful, please give this video a like, and if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video, and bye bye for now.